This video is sponsored by the subscribe button, as we are going for 20,000 subscribers by the end of 2025. Hello there, welcome to the channel, and today we have some very interesting news to talk about for LEGO DC 2026 as we go over everything that we know, as well as what is coming out next year and potentially what could be coming out in the future years as we talk about other upcoming DC projects. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like as well as commenting your thoughts once you're done watching, and with all of that out of the way, let's jump right in. So what we currently know for LEGO DC and what we currently have officially revealed from LEGO is that we're getting 3 Batmobiles and as well as a Batman logo in March of 2026. These are relatively good sets, and I'd say the community consensus on these sets is that all 3 of the Batmobiles are good and they are accurate. They're better versions than what we've seen in the past for the Batman and for the Batman versus Superman version. And then it's nice to see the Batman and Robin because LEGO has never covered anything from that movie before, and so it's just a nice time for a Batman and Robin fan, if there are any out there. And so the Batman logo is a little more controversial because it is just has 2 Batman minifigure, one being gold and then one just being a generic version of Batman. And the Batman logo itself has some references to villains and other DC characters, but it's just references. It's like a crowbar, maybe some sort of hat, some sort of cannon, really nothing of substance aside from LEGO throwing in a couple of reused elements colored in black. And they're just going to call that a day, at least for the March wave, and it will probably be a popular set, especially for people who purchase the Batcave Shadow Box. I have that set, and the Batman logo looks tempting, especially next to the Shadow Box. It will probably look pretty good, but it just feels a little bit lazy in a way because the only new thing, something that like is actually special, is the Batman and Robin Batmobile. And again, that's just a small $30 set. The Batman logo is very simple. It's an easy model. It's the easiest choice for LEGO to go with, in my opinion. And so I feel like there could have been a lot more. Now, we obviously don't know the summer set leaks just yet, hopefully. And I'm saying hopefully because there's no confirmation, but I'm really hopeful that we see summer anniversary sets for the 20th anniversary of LEGO Batman, similar to what we've seen like with Harry Potter and Ninjago, where they can make legacy sets for the original 2006 LEGO Batman sets, because there are characters like Two-Face, Killer Croc, Poison Ivy, Joker that we could see as gold 20th anniversary versions of in sets next year. I also wanted to jump on the fact that Metropolis was teased, as well as the Daily Planet was teased in the recent Arkham Asylum that released in September. Now, of course, the designer said that this is not a tease and it's just a reference to the Daily Planet, but I honestly don't think that is the truth. I definitely think that we're going to see some sort of Daily Planet next year, whether it's as the modular building set, as the large direct-to-consumer set next year in the fall, or we could see it in the summer or later on in the year as perhaps in addition to the mini modular line that we saw the Marvel sets get with the Oscorp and Peter Parker's apartment and the Spider-Verse deli. So I definitely think that is a possibility as well, but if LEGO knows what the fans want, and I think the Daily Bugle is also retiring because I don't think LEGO could have had 2 newspaper superhero buildings at the same time on shelves. So I think that once the Daily Planet would release, it made sense to retire the Daily Bugle the year before at the end of this year, which I think is the current plan, to make room for another popular newspaper location from the comics universe. Now, there are a lot of upcoming DC projects, especially ever since James Gunn took over the DCU, and it's going to be a very fun time if you're a DC fan, maybe not as much of a fun time if you're a LEGO DC fan, but an upcoming show or movie is Clayface. That one is set to release on September 11th, 2026, and I would love to see LEGO sets based off of this. Now, even if it's a couple of small play sets, I think LEGO has the opportunity. They know DC fans have been asking for things, but I wouldn't get my hopes up because we didn't see anything based off the new Superman movie. There are so many possibilities on what we could have seen, so many possible sets, and same with the upcoming Lanterns TV show. That one is starring Guy Gardner, I believe, and that's part of the Superman universe. That's part of the DC universe, and that doesn't appear to have any sets, no rumors, nothing like that, but I really hope that I'm wrong. I hope that we're going to get more sets, but it just seems as of this current moment and this recording of this video, LEGO has been really lacking, and the last time we saw a full movie wave or anything based off of anything DC was 2021, late 2021, early 2022, with the Batman Part 1 sets. We got like 3 sets, with the Batmobile and the motorcycle chase and the Batcave. those sets were good and they were sets that people enjoyed, but it did not feel like enough to satisfy the diehard fans. And I think it's a bummer that we haven't seen anything new from that movie, any sort of locations, or even an 18+ set would have been really hard, and a lot of people would have liked that. And another option that I have for LEGO DC is to make an Infinity Saga similar to what we saw with Marvel back after, I think like 2019, 2020 is when they started the Infinity Saga sets, and we could see a whole bunch of Infinity Saga sets off of any part of the DC universe from the last like 25, even 30, heck, 40 years. Anything that LEGO has not covered for DC could be installed as part of that Infinity Saga for DC. We could see sets based off of the Christopher Nolan movies. We could see sets based off of Man of Steel. We could see so many sets, and even if they're all 18+ sets, even if they're all based for children, I think that most fans would consider purchasing these just because of the lack of sets that have been coming out recently. I think that it is fine to expect some stuff for the summer for LEGO DC and probably one large set next year, but I think an Infinity Saga wave, even starting next year for the 20th anniversary, that would be awesome. And even with the game coming out, that is probably all based off Batman, but I think we need to see more not from Batman. I think we need to see the full Justice League finally get the recognition they deserve in sets. And it's just very disappointing where the state of LEGO DC has been headed for the past few years. The last time we saw an awesome wave it's been at least 5, 6, 7 years. No pun intended there, but it's been a long time since DC got the appreciation they deserve. And I feel like it's partially because of the failure of the LEGO Batman movie, how poorly those sets sold, especially most of them sold pretty bad. LEGO made so many, and they probably didn't hit the profits they expected. And so they pretty much thought, well, people aren't that interested in Batman and DC, and so they focused all in on Marvel, and they've been making a lot of sets from Marvel and a collectible minifig series. And sure, I guess LEGO Batman did get those Batman movie collectible minifig series, but that was nowhere near what we could be getting nowadays with all of the new media coming out. And so if you are interested in more future LEGO DC sets, please do let me know in the comments. I know this video was a little different than the usual leak videos, but I thought I would talk about everything that we could potentially be getting, and I hope that we get updates soon from other sources because other themes are getting leaks and updates and news. So hopefully DC starts getting some of that trickled down to them as well, even if it's just Batman, even if it's just buildable characters. But hopefully I need LEGO to show us fans that they care about making more than just Batman stuff. So if you did enjoy this video, please do drop a like, as well as commenting any thoughts and future sets that you want to see. Thank you guys so much for the support here on the channel these past couple of weeks and in October. It's been phenomenal, and I'm so excited to keep making leak videos and rumor videos as we get closer and closer to 2026 set pictures for Star Wars and Marvel. And of course, I did forget to mention there is a Batman polybag, Bruce Wayne, and the Batsuit polybag. That one coming in at $5. Should be releasing in January, but that is really not of huge importance because we're not getting everything that we really needed from that polybag. It'll probably just be a reused Bruce Wayne. But thank you so much for watching. If you are still sticking around, make sure to have a fantastic rest of your day, and goodbye.